Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Nintendo News. Let's get to that news. Now, first of all, as you may or may not know, I'm not super into fan art. It has to be something really special to grab my attention. It can't just look exactly like the games or the official art or whatever. It has to be some unique, interesting twist. And this is definitely it. It combines my love of Renaissance-style art with Zelda. Beautiful stuff. You should check these out. One of them is pretty gruesome. It's of Link holding Ganondorf's head, severed head. Pretty cool stuff. If you want to check those out, there's a link for you down there. Our next story is some amusing cosplay of Toads cosplaying as Pokemon, specifically VENUSAUR. Very funny. You gotta check it out. There's a link down there for you. Our next story is about the fact that there was this rumor that Nintendo was ending production of Wii U in 2016, and this spread like wildfire throughout gaming journalism. Nobody really pointing out the fact that it was just a rumor, which has become a problem lately. So many rumors these days are being passed off as if they're fact. That's not the case in this instance. It turns out it was completely fake. Nintendo has come forward and said, no, we're definitely continuing to produce Wii U's in 2016, so that's BS. But of course, a ton of people were like, well, the NX will be coming out in 2016, so why would they keep making the Wii U? Well, they kept making Wii up through the early lifespan of the Wii U, so they will likely be doing the same for the Wii U during the early lifespan of the NX. But anyways, it's been totally debunked. No, Nintendo says they are not stopping production of Wii U. Our next story is pretty amusing. It's the fact that apparently there was a group of people doing a fan translation of Fire Emblem Fates, the Japanese version, because they didn't feel like the localized version did justice to the original Japanese, and so they're going to do their own version, but then they realized how much work that was actually going to be, further proving my assertion that 99.99% of fan-backed things do not come to fruition. Fan games almost never get finished, and fan translations almost never get finished, for the very simple reason that it's a lot of work. And if you already have a life, and you already have a job, or you already have school or whatever, dumping all of your free time into something that doesn't reward you at all, or at least very little, is gonna burn you out at some point, and then you're just gonna stop doing it. So they did. They stopped doing it. Now, however, a couple days later, a different group of people said, we've contacted them, they're gonna give us what they've already done, and we're gonna pick up right where they left off. So I'll give it another month or so before this new group of people also decide to call it quits, because it's a lot of work. Here's an interesting trademark that Nintendo's attempting to accomplish. It's that sound effect of getting a coin in Super Mario Bros., which is a two-note sort of situation, and I don't really know that you can trademark two notes. I think in order for any musical passage to be trademarked or copyrighted, it has to be 5 notes, I believe. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Good luck to them on that. Maybe it's more specific though. Maybe it's like 2 notes with this particular sound. Maybe that's copyrightable, but we'll see how that goes for them. And our final story for the day comes from a Morphable touchscreen company. I think they're Tactus Technologies or something like that. And basically what they do is they create touchscreens that have haptic feedback, which, if you're familiar with like the newer iPhones, it's when it actually feels like you're pressing a button when you're not, you're just touching a flat screen. Really cool stuff. And the interesting thing about them is that they reference Nintendo a lot in their trademarks that they've been filing lately. So it's leading people to think they're probably working with Nintendo on what? Well, probably the NX. So will the NX screen have haptic feedback? We'll have to wait and see, but it seems pretty likely. But anyways, that's it for this episode. See you guys next time for more news. Bye, guys.